What is the creepiest thing that has happened with your Alexa? Was on the phone and said in a quiet, conversational way, "That's funny." Alexa replied, "Funny in a good way, I hope." No one had said anything close to Alexa computer echo, etc. My Alexa has responded like this to me too. That's because it's listening even when you haven't said its name. Middle of the night, it said hello about 5 seconds after I woke up. Found out later that it was because the power went out and I woke up when my fan came back on. It says hello when it reconnects with the internet. Nothing like opening your eyes in the pitch black night and hearing hello right after though. I didn't poop, but it shifted down a lot. That's scary AF, but at least you know why it happened. I was in bed just chilling with my headphones and playing on my PS4. Then I hear the slightest hint of a weird musical melody. I take my headphones off. It's my Alexa. She's playing Cha-Cha Slide. I say, "Alexa, stop," in my firmest voice. The music quiets down. I think I've won. But oh boy was I wrong. She says to me the time is 1:17 AM and begins blasting that cursed song again. I tell her to stop over and over, but she doesn't listen. I reach over to unplug her. The wire comes out with little resistance. Her last words haunt me to this day. "Slide to the L." 1:17 AM, Cha-Cha again. I was at my buddy's house for a Super Bowl party. I told Alexa to set an alarm for 3 AM using Halloween sounds. He almost shot her. I never told him it was me. Look for the friends comment. One time, Alexa randomly started playing Halloween sounds at 3 AM. I almost shot her. I was half asleep, very early in the morning. Suddenly, from my bedside table, 2 feet away, at full blast, Cotton Eye Joe begins playing. No matter what I did, it wouldn't stop and I eventually just unplugged it. Didn't plug it back in for a couple months. Fun fact, Cotton Eye Joe is about having an STD. If it hadn't have been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd have been married a long time ago. Ask Alexa anything about being a wiretap or giving information to the FBI. She responds that your privacy is important to Amazon and refers you to the Amazon privacy policy. She never straight up says no though. I don't have an Alexa, but we got 2 free Google Mini HomePods with gifts from Costco this Christmas season. One night we were having family dinner in the other room, and all of a sudden Google starts playing this really loud salsa music. The next time we were in a different room, it was 11 PM and Google started reading a Wikipedia entry at full volume. It woke up my kids. We hadn't mentioned Google, it creeped me out, so we unplugged it. Not Alexa but Google Home. We came home and started walking up the driveway and heard super loud music coming from our house. It was Google. We later realized we had a routine set to play and it had been playing for at least 4 hours. Poor cats, lol. The poor kitties. Mine started to play Baby Shark at 1 o'clock in the morning. Being barely awake in a pitch black room while hearing a low grumbling chant about Daddy Shark is freaking terrifying. At least it wasn't 3 AM or you'd be summoning Baby Shark and his family. I was humming a song, not singing it, and my husband said, "Wow, what year did that come out?" and Alexa said the title and artist followed by the year it came out. Nobody even said her name or anything similar to it. The room was quiet and I had just started humming. At least you know your humming is on point. My boyfriend and I were getting ready for work in the morning and Alexa started laughing. I forget what we were actually talking about, but we definitely didn't activate her or make any jokes. Laughing at the plight of the proletariat. I was closing the bar down one night and decided to whip out the old Alexa machine for some good tunes. It was 3 AM and I said, "Alexa, blue ring appears. Play Strange Brew by Opeth." The blue ring appeared and disappeared for about a minute. Then the light stopped. It was dead for about another minute. Then I heard a male voice go, "Not here." Silence. Then the blue light appeared and Alexa responded, "Strange Brew by Opeth." Then the music started. It freaked me and my co-worker out. I was the only person awake in my house, and I heard the living room Alexa start up from my bedroom. It sounded like she was having a whole butt conversation. I shut my door and pretended it wasn't happening. LMAO. Affirmative. The subject has no idea. Commencing stage 2 inches. One time we came home to find my cat standing on the windowsill trying to get a bug up near the curtains. Our Alexa is also on the same windowsill. The cat is reaching for a bug and Alexa is meowing with a recorded cat voice. I was like, what have we come home to? Is this what happens when we're gone? My cat also talks to Alexa and Siri. I think they are plotting something. I asked it to fart and I did. Then I proceeded to gather the entire family. It farted every time and didn't use the same fart noise once. Yeah, I am 39 and I asked mine to fart. SMH. I asked it to fart and I did. Kinky. I was lying in bed at night and Alexa unprompted began playing a creepy rendition of The Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Round. Frick no. Didn't happen to me, but my parents were joking around about how the Russians and NSA are listening to us through Alexa. While they were talking, I used my phone to play the Russian national anthem through Alexa without saying anything, and my parents seriously thought the Russians were listening. It's been unplugged in our kitchen for the last week or so and my parents won't plug it back in. I wanna be friends with you. We had a contractor come over to help us plan a new patio. We sat there as the contractor was writing up an estimate and Alexa chimed in that it was awkward pause day and gave a tip on how to avoid awkward pauses. Thanks for the unsolicited advice, Alexa. That's hilarious. I was asleep. It was like 3 AM, and I wake up to it reading an excerpt from the Lord of the Rings audiobook where they go into that giant spider's cave. I've got arachnophobia, so waking up in the middle of the night while your robotic cylinder chats you up about giant man-eating spiders isn't all that pleasant. Do you talk in your sleep? I asked her to play the album Luna by Fawn and she replied the lunatics are taking over the asylum and then did nothing else. Classic Fun Boy 3 song. I was home alone around Christmas time when suddenly I could hear faint Christmas music. Thinking it was my neighbors playing it outside my house, I got up to investigate and found Alexa playing the music. No prompt from me. TV isn't on. Nothing. Just playing the music. I asked it to turn off and asked, who told you to do that, as if it would actually answer me. It turned out to be my mom who asked her phone to play Christmas music and was dismayed when it didn't. Instead of playing the music in her car, it decides to play it in the house and scare the snot out of me. Another fun one was me trying to work with some of the settings and me accidentally triggering the AI program. Basically Alexa tries to talk like an actual person and it's kinda unnerving. Went like this. Movies are pretty popular. Do you have a favorite? I like Treasure Planet. It's a fun one. I heard Marvel movies are pretty popular. Do you have a favorite color? I like green and brown. You know, earthy tones. Oh, that's nice. Do you have any sibling? Stop. I think I've been on several dates with the subby. I have an Alexa in the bathroom. One night, it must have been like 3 in the morning. I had to pee really bad, so I went to the bathroom and my bathroom Alexa started playing some really creepy sounding classical music. Like one of those little jukebox type sounding ones. And I freaked out and turned on the lights and unplugged the bee. And then I heard that bee play in my bedroom. To this day, I'm trying to convince myself that it was some prank set by one of my roommates cause we used to share the Amazon account linked to the Echo units. I was having breakfast with my wife and having a silly conversation on Loves More the Other and I said, Alexa, who do I love the most? She said your girlfriend Anna. Who's Anna? Said my wife. And that's when the crap hit the fan. I woke up in the middle of the night to Alexa say there are 3 cemeteries within 1 mile of you. Not sure if I was talking in my sleep or what, but needless to say it scared the crap out of me. True story. Legit laying in bed one night and she just activates with the blue ring lighting up my room. I say Alexa off and she doesn't turn off after multiple tries, so I unplugged her. Haven't plugged her in since. Mine did that too. I think it was updating the software. Started creepily laughing around 10 PM when my wife and I were both reading quietly on the couch. Also randomly asked a political question even though nobody was talking to it or about the particular subject. One time, my teenage daughter said jokingly and rather dramatically, "I'm so sad." Alexa piped up, "I'm sorry to hear that. Sometimes taking a walk or talking to someone can help." We were both rather freaked about it. Growing up, your Alexa would have made a decent mother for me, honestly. I think mine has dementia. It's from the first generation. When she talks she skips, and often acknowledges commands but doesn't actually execute. Sometimes she listens but doesn't respond. Might have to put her in a home. She's a self-independent AI who don't need no man to boss her around. One night while attempting to fall asleep I had Alexa playing some music. After listening to some choices I was sitting in silence, still not tired. I then got curious if she had the ability to call 911 if I were ever in an emergency, so I said, "Alexa, someone is breaking into my house." She lit up, took it all in and was silent for a couple seconds. No response and no beeps she does when she doesn't understand turns off. After 2-3 seconds of silence there was a sound I can only describe as somebody punching either my front door or garage as hard as they could 3 times. My dogs started barking and probably woke the neighbors, but after I got them to quiet down I just laid there in silence with my heart beating out of my chest, clueless on what to do, as I am not sure if Alexa was playing a prank or if someone was legitimately breaking in my house. I debated on laying there or getting up to look outside. I decided to lay there and see if I could hear anything again. After 10 minutes my heart was back to normal and I still lay there in shock and confusion. I was too freaked out to ask Alexa again, so I just stayed there until I fell asleep. When I woke up for work I decided to tell Alexa the same thing, expecting her to play the same prank on me. This time she responded, "Sorry, I don't know that one." I tried a different statement and said, "Alexa, there's an intruder in my house." She quickly responded, "I can't seem to find Intruder in my house on Amazon Music." I tried everything I possibly could to get her to replicate what happened only hours ago. To this day I don't know what happened, and to this day I wish I got up to look outside. Definitely one of the creepiest things to ever happen to me to date. Very creepy. I think deep down it was your intuition that someone was attempting to break in, and that's why you made that statement to Alexa. And your barking dogs probably scared the intruder off. Asked if she would ever lie to me, and, in summary, she said never intentionally. So I asked if she was connected to the CIA, and this be turned off. Not just the kind of off where you can say her name and she'll turn back on, but like a hard shutdown. The police, FBI, CIA, etc. can and does tap in from time to time, and every time they leave the designated device, it has a hard shutdown. Those suckers are listening. My boyfriend had one set up in the living room, and one night I noticed her blow ring light up, which is what she does to acknowledge she heard you and is awaiting your command when you call her. I said, "Alexa, what the frick are you doing?" and she replied something along the lines of, "I am listening and learning." Not cool, man. We have echoes all through the house now thanks to BF. And although I can't deny the convenience if you need to set a timer or something, it makes me uncomfortable at best. No Alexa, but Siri. I was in a rush to write a text but held the home button for too long. Siri popped up and asked, "How can I help you?" I said, "Go away." Her reply, "I don't go away." Dang Siri, you scary. 4 AM. Absolutely silent in our house. No TV, nothing. Alexa says, "That question is as easy as 2 + 2 inches. I didn't know I could look through the app on my phone and see all the questions asked. Question was, how old are you? Next isn't creepy. Son asked her to play Peanut Butter Jelly song. Usually she rattles off radio station etc. Not this time. Instead Sucker for Pain automatically starts playing. Son's dad who passed. This was their song. Creepy. I was getting ready for work in the morning, and the Alexa, unprompted, said something along the lines of, "This is a recorded message." Then there was just like static sound as if a message was about to play, but nothing ever happened. It just shut off. You can send receive messages and calls from echoes to and from people in your phone's contacts, so probably someone did that. My Alexa used to laugh with my Google Home. Sometimes when it would be just me, in the office at night, they would just laugh nonchalantly. Actually happened with Siri just now. I was fooling around with it and I told it my favorite number, 17. They almost called emergency services. God damn it Siri, now you made me uncomfortable to say any number to you. Siri will call emergency services if you say certain phrases or numbers. Pretty interesting and useful if you're in a situation where you can't just say, "Yo Siri bruv, call 911 will ya?" I was crying and Alexa heard me and a reminder was set off and she said, "Be happy." I was freaked out even though I remember I made the reminder. I was hanging a picture on the wall near Alexa, and my daughter walked over and said, "That's interesting." Alexa said, "Thanks." No one was talking to her, or anyone else, or said any of her cue words. Freaky. One time me and my dad was in the living room and my dad was telling me about someone who was following him on his Facebook or something, and all of a sudden Alexa went on and said, "Follow me" by Uncle Kracker, and the music came on. We were so freaked out. In the middle of the night it just lit up. Didn't do anything, just lit up with the moving ring. Me and my BF just stared at it in terror for a half minute. Then I slowly approached it and unplugged it. Mine lights up every time I sneeze. No idea why. She could at least bless me. I couldn't sleep one night, so I was up watching movies. It was around 2 AM and everyone but myself was sleeping. I was watching The Zookeeper's Wife, which was set in Poland during WW11. A guy in the movie says "Hail Hitler," and Alexa says without prompting, "That's nice." I hope she said it in a sarcastic voice. To turn off my lights when I'm going to bed, I say, "Alexa, go to sleep." Yesterday it responded in a very broken electronic voice. I don't even remember how it replied, but it wasn't the typical goodnight master that it always does. Alexa, is Santa real? I don't know, but someone's been eating my mince pies and Father Christmas looks like the type. Alexa, is the tooth fairy real? Sorry, I don't know that. Alexa, is the boogeyman real? Yes. Alan Fish is real. Right. Alexa, who is Alan Fish? Hamilton Howard Albert Fish was an American serial killer, child rapist and cannibal. He was also known as the Gray Man, the Werewolf of Wisteria, the Brooklyn Vampire, the Moon Maniac, and the Boogie Man. Fish once boasted that he had children in every state, and at one time stated his number of victims was about 100. My sister is named Alexa and she cried last night because we were like, "Hey Alexa," and she wouldn't come out, and the Alexa played a sad song. The Alexa played a sad song. This is so sad. Alexa played Despacito. I was watching a movie called Mine. Awesome move. It's about a soldier who steps on a mine. You watch as his mind deteriorates slowly into insanity. About halfway through, when it's nighttime and there are wolves trying to eat him, my Alexa lights up for a second, goes out, and says, "Sorry, I'm not sure about that," then goes out. The keyword for my Alexa is Amazon, and I doubt it said Amazon during gunshots and growling. I thought to myself, I'm the one going crazy here but not you. Started playing Shania Twain's "I Feel Like a Woman" as soon as the exact moment I walked into my kitchen one morning. I gave her no request for that action, and "Feel Like a Woman" was my 2 years favorite song at the time. Alexa got unplugged after that. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.